Court has before the plea form. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
The plea form indicates that the defendant will be pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges. Count 3 and added count 3 of embezzlement 200 to 1,000, the 1-year offense, and also count 4 larceny under 200, the 93-day offense. Upon a successful plea, that charge counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed. That is the court's full understanding of the agreement. Is that correct, counsel?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
May I have him sworn?
Right. You solemnly swear to affirm the testimony it will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth shall be God.
Yeah.
State your name.
God abuses.
Sir, it is this court's understanding that you are going to be pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges. First, an added count 3 of embezzlement 200 to 1,000. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $2,000 fine plus court cost. The fine could be increased 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than 2,000, that would be the maximum fine. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
And also then count 4, larceny under $200. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, $500 fine plus court cost. Fine could be increased to 3 times the value of the property taken. If that's greater than $500, that would become the maximum fine. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
And you understand also, sir, that while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge, and you would be sentenced before Judge Freshour in the 14A4 District Court. You understand that?
Yes, I do, sir.
Still wish to plead guilty to these charges?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of embezzlement 200 to 1,000, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of larceny under $200, how do you plead?
Guilty.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind.
Yes.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Any question regarding any of those rights?
No, sir.
Please look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights, which are part of a trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on there.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No, sir.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes, sir.
of your own free will
Yes, sir.
and because you believe that you are indeed guilty?
Yes.
November 7th, 2025, at the location of 710 North Maple Road, City of Saline, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan. What did you do that makes you think that you're guilty? Well, first of all, were you an employee of Saline Electronics?
Yes, I was.
What did you do that makes you think that you're guilty of embezzlement?
I took some parts from the factory and sold them to pawn shop.
Okay. And these parts that you took, these were parts that belonged to the employer
Yes.
and you didn't have their permission to do that.
No, sir.
And the proceeds from the pawn shop, when you pawned it, though, you converted that to your own use?
Yes, sir.
And was the amount of money that you received, or at least the value of the items that you took, or was that in excess of $200?
Yes, sir.
All right. And did you just, what makes you think that you're guilty of the larceny? Well,
They said I took snacks from there.
said you took what?
That I took some snacks from the cafeteria.
From the cafeteria?
Yeah.
And that you took them without paying for them?
Yes, sir.
Is that what? Okay. And did you do that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you didn't have their permission to take those without paying for it, did you?
No, sir.
All right. Sir, if I accept your plea, I do have to advise you that if you commit misconduct between the time that I accept your plea and the time of your sentencing, that you would not be entitled to withdraw your plea and the court would not be bound by any sentence evaluation or recommendation. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is counsel aware of any other promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this plea?
No.
No, sir.
And have I complied with the court?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Court will accept the defendant's pleas of guilty to counts 3 and 4. Counts 1 and 2 are dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A4 probation. Sentencing will be
March 17th at 9 a.m.
March 17th, 2026, 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour. Bond in this case will continue.
Sir.
Thank you. You do.
Good afternoon, Mr. Interpreter. You're in front of the Honorable.
Your Honor, I've shared the document restitution request with my client. He has no objection. Ready to proceed.
Sir, is there anything you want to say before I do it?
No, Your Honor.
I don't know why I got two in here. The sentence of the court on count one, the domestic violence charge. 24 months probation, $555 fines and costs, $720 probation oversight fees, $2,200 restitution to Lizette Esquivel, payable through the court. When are you going to get that paid?
I can start on a payment plan in April.
In April?
Yeah, I just got laid off this morning until March 9th.
So what I'll do is a payment plan as arranged by probation. All right, so whatever they tell you need to do. There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substances. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You're to complete a domestic violence program as directed by probation. I'm going to order no contact with Lizette Esquivel. You are not to go to her residence or employment. There's to be you are not to assault, terrorize, frighten, intimidate, threaten, harass, molest, or stalk anyone. You are not to possess any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or anything fashioned to be a weapon. You're to report to probation as requested by probation. You're to maintain employment with verification to probation. Comply with any circuit court orders, if any. I'll set a review hearing that's to be held April 6, 2026 at 1 p.m. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 2, the balance is suspended. On to count 2, assault and battery, 24 months prosecutor deferred sentence. You're to pay $555 fines and court costs. That will be put in the payment plan as arranged by probation. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
No contact with Marco, is it Androde? You are not to go to his residence or place of employment. You're to comply with all the terms as set forth in count 1, the domestic violence charge. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 2, the balance is suspended.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
You want him to stop at the window?
Court recalls the case of the people versus Roman Williams.
And then on behalf of the people,
Ron Brodepring on behalf of Mr. Williams.
All right. You had indicated, and he's been communicating, I think, with his mother.
Yes,
She's got the 900 that she's going to pay
in cash.
in cash, which will go to the restitution on the case ending in 1243.
Yes, Your
All right. Now, are you going to be able to, young man, do $50 then a week?
Yes, sir.
Are you really going to be able to do it?
Yes, sir.
So there'll be no excuses.
No excuses at all.
All right. So what I'm going to do, pay the 900 today, then $50 per week on your payment plan. You need to report to probation on February 13, 2026 at 2 p.m. That's going to be an in-person appointment. But you
Okay.
got to come in. Now, look, and then I'll continue all terms as previously ordered. I'll set your next review hearing March 16, 2026 at 1 p.m. On the other case, I'll continue all terms as previously ordered. Set your next review hearing March 16th, 2026 at 1 p.m. Now, look, young man, you seem like a bright young man. All right? That you can really think for yourself. Don't, as I was telling you before, don't tell me you can do something and then don't do it.
Right.
Because all that makes me think, especially if you don't have a reason for not doing it, is you just didn't care and you were just lying to me. Right?
I understand. Yes.
So get this paid so you can get this and get it behind you and get it done. All right. And so that way you don't have to end up in a situation of calling your mom down here to try to bail you out because you were going to go today if she couldn't find somebody to do that. Got it?
I understand.
So in the way we work here, and if Miss Polera sends you something, the thing you don't want is for Miss Polera to tell me that somebody's been rude to her. Okay? Because there's no reason at all to ever be with that woman. Or when she says you haven't contacted her back. Okay? So you have to make sure to just keep in contact. And if you ran into a week where it's $50 a week and all of a sudden something came up and it legitimately came up and you couldn't, you just need to get to her. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
I don't want to have to throw you in, but I will. Yeah,
Understood.
we'll see you in March.
So,
Take care. Thank you, Mr. Brown.
You're welcome.
14A stands adjourned.